Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Ashim. This video has a compilation of my deadlift and bench press workouts of this weekend. I've made some minor modifications to my training template. I've dropped my squat day because I'm doing squats at the end of each and every workout. So instead of having a whole day devoted to squats, I know I'm doing enough squat work if I'm going to be doing 6 workouts in 10 days, and all those 6 workouts are going to have some form of squatting in them. Now I've been following an arbitrary rotation of squat variations per workout. I just pick one at random. I'm cycling through front squats, back squats, Anderson front squats and Anderson back squats. But I'm going to hold on to one variation for the full 10-day training cycle that I follow. This means that for all 6 workouts I will stick to one variation, and then I'll rotate it out once the new cycle begins. It's just to get some uniformity in, and so that I can better plot my progress. In place of the squat day, I've thrown in an upper body day because I need to pack on some muscle if I intend to push my bench press to the max. I know this sounds a little funny, but I can't train the bench press like how I've trained my deadlift. The difficulties, nuances and overall experience getting my groove is vastly different. But more on that later. Right now, let's talk about today's deadlift workout. I've repeated the exact workout from last week as far as the deadlift component of this workout goes. All the sets, reps, weight, everything is the same. I've increased a rep on the barbell deloaded rows and dropped the load on dumbbell rows from 45 kilos to 40. I've also dropped the band tension from APT's number 3 bands to the number 2 bands for the high to low rows. I've scaled down a bit to get the most out of these exercises for my back. See, I don't want to just chase these numbers, and because I can keep racking up the numbers as far as dumbbell rows go. My max on dumbbell rows is somewhere a little bit over 70 kilos. So I can keep building on that, but that's not the point of doing these supersets. The idea is that when I'm doing deadlifts and a row variation as a superset, I'm trying to tire my back out with the row variation, and I want to get the most out of the rows from a muscle perspective or like a bodybuilding perspective. I don't just want to move weight for the sake of moving heavy weight. I'm already doing that with deadlifts. That's my strength component, if you want to break it down into these labels. I don't really look at it in this label form, but it's just to make things simpler. Let's talk about my deadlifts. So as far as the deadlifts went, they felt really good today. But let me back up. My allergies are acting up like hell right now. So when I walked into this workout, I was expecting it to be super difficult, super tough. And initially it was exactly as I thought it would be. It was very difficult and I was feeling terribly lethargic. But as the heavy sets rolled on, I was in the zone. I focused on my breathing and I focused on pulling the bar off the floor and powering through the movement. And I had no failed attempts or even any difficult grinders. I'm so used to expecting the bar to slow down and get stuck at a certain point that I kind of make it into a self-fulfilling prophecy. But that did not happen this workout. I think I've broken out of that cycle, so let's keep our fingers crossed, and hopefully I'll be doing this moving on with all the future workouts. The only time I got frustrated with this workout was the set with 185 kilos at the end. I expected 9 to 10 reps, but my hands were hurting holding the bar, so I called it quits at 4. I should have just used straps instead of being so proud and so technical about my grip. Oh well, we live and learn. The chart at the end of this part of the video will show you a neat summary of this week's deadlift session. I want to mention that for this rotation I'll be doing the front squat, and today I worked up to a total volume of 4 reps on front squats with 115 kilos. My strength is returning to me slowly and steadily. I took a day off after deadlifts and I did my main bench press workout on Sunday night. You will see at the end of this video I've set up everything for band resisted deadlifts for Monday. Bench day was really good. I did grip event training with the Rolling Thunder before everything else. After that I did some heavy front squats. I did 125 kilos, which is 275 pounds after eons I think. It felt really good. The bar is still rolling off my shoulders though, so I need to work on that. It's just a little tweak that I need to do. But I've not been doing front squats regularly for a while, so this is me just greasing the groove. I'll get back to it. Prior to the 125 kilo set, I put in a bunch of singles and doubles with 105 and 115 kilos. So I'm working in this range and really owning it. 125 was good. I think with 125 at the end of this week, I will be able to probably spend more time on the last day when I'm just doing bench press and squats, and I'm just going to be playing around with the bench press. I'm going to be putting in some dedicated time, and I will probably do some doubles or maybe triples with 125 kilos. That's what I'm hoping for. As for bench press, as for front squats, I didn't push the volume too hard because I got deadlifts the next day. Bench press felt great. I've bought this book by Josh Bryant called The Science of the Bench Press, and while I haven't finished reading it, it has some really good pointers for controlling the bar. All in all, so far, the book is really good. I haven't read it in a couple of days, but I've been able to take a lot out of it. And as you can see, I nailed it with that 90 kilo pause bench at the end after all that volume work. I'm doing Eric Troy's SDT progression, and I managed to add a rep because I took 85 kilos for 6 reps, which is me adding a rep on the first set, and then I added some weight at the end with 90 kilos for a single, and I could have done that for a double as well. So my max is 100 kilos, so this is some good volume development for me. I got some Sporto presses after the bench work, and then I got some dips at the end, and I called it a day. So thank you very much for watching this video, guys. I really appreciate your love and support. Thank you.